Hi guys, let's watch this video
Zenobia
together.
Okay, I see I've got Zenobia Jordan as my plaintiff and Russell Crane as my defendant. Ms. Jordan, you are suing Mr. Crane for $25,000. You say there was some negligence on his part. What brings you to court today?
Yes, I am suing Mr. Crane for $25,000 because I hired him for a service and I almost lost my life.
What service was that, ma'am?
He was supposed to do an aerial crane for me for my wedding. I wanted a big entrance. I love weddings, grew up watching weddings. I'm a big fan of all these reality shows. He assured me he could deliver with safety and that the brakes would stop. They did not. I went flying through the window and I had to go to the hospital and could not have my dream wedding.
Wow. Okay, so let's back up. So was this your first wedding?
Yes, my first wedding.
Okay.
You know, weddings are a big thing. I'm a Southern girl from the South and I'm Nigerian, so we do it big.
Yes, y'all do. Did you end up getting married?
No.
What?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We already paid for everything and
No, but did you marry the man?
The wedding is we got married in the courtroom, but the actual wedding will take place next summer. So
okay, so the whole thing has gotten postponed.
Yes,
postponed. The whole wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy. Okay, but you are still with your
thank God, yes,
beloved.
God is good. Mm-hmm.
Okay, God is good. Okay, let's try to wrap my mind around this. This is a lot going on, Mr. Crane. Okay, so let's get to you have a business.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, special events or just weddings or?
Well, it's in a special effects company, and we do weddings and concerts and professional theater.
Birthday parties and all of that?
Yes.
Okay, and how long have you been in business, sir?
12 years, Your Honor.
So this is long-standing, successful business?
Yes.
Okay, and this is, anything like this ever happened to you before?
No, in the 12 years that I've run the company, we've had an absolutely sterling safety record.
How did you hear about the company, ma'am?
I found them online.
Okay, and you read reviews?
Yes, I read reviews. I even had a meeting with him.
Okay.
He assured me everything would be safe and practical. We even did a rehearsal, and the rehearsal went very smoothly.
So like you're in a harness and all of that?
Yes, a harness and everything.
You got to show me this, Miss Jordan. You have some evidence?
I do have
give
evidence.
Your whole folder to Mr. Elijah here. This is still quite shocking to me. Okay, so let's also, before I go further into your evidence, ma'am, get clarity on your claim. So you're asking for $25,000. Is it for medical bills? What is the $25,000 for?
The $25,000 is for the wedding. So the medical
so you've that's already been covered.
Yes, he did pay for the medical bills, $60,000. I was in the hospital for 3 months. I feel like the $25,000 I feel like is a very light fee compared to everything I really lost that day. You know, non-refundable honeymoon we had to push back. I had to pay, you know, $5,000 just to fly my grandmother here from Nigeria. She passed away, so now she can't even be at the next wedding.
What?
Yes. So
I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much. And I'm a motivational speaker, so I lost.
I can see that.
Yes, I lost so many clients and bookings while I was in the hospital. So that's also money I've lost too. So this is just to cover the cost of the wedding, which I feel like I am just due.
My goodness. Okay. This is really a lot, Ms. Jordan. Okay, so let's go through some of these receipts. So everything I'm looking at, ma'am, is to verify the expenditure around the wedding cost.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm looking at a receipt for your bridal gown, $6,000. I'm looking at a receipt for your wedding cake, 5 tiers, of course, grand as you described. $2,000 for the cake. My goodness, okay. I see $2,500 here for DJ Big Squeak. The music must go on, okay.
The show must go on.
Show must go on. And then $5,000, this is, oh, wow, you had some formal musical entertainment as well.
Yes.
So this was for the string quartet and accompanied dancers. Yes, so this was a classical component. This sounds like this was really, I wish I could have been there. It sounds really beautiful.
Me
My
too.
goodness. $1,500 on just your bridal arrangement, the florals. And oh my gosh, this is very, very graphic, ma'am. But the audience, but the ladies and gentlemen in the courtroom do need to see this was the outcome of what Ms. Jordan looked like after the fall. Let's see this, what she looked like after she went through the window. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This looks like I'm seeing some blood and dirt and debris all over the gown.
Just horrifying.
Yeah, you don't need to look, ma'am. I do see the remnants of the stained glass window cracked. And then there's a photo here of some of the physical damages on your arm. All of these scrapes and bruises. Ma'am, this is absolutely horrible.
Man, this is absolutely insane. Ma'am, you need to thank God you made it out alive. You got thrown clean out a window? Oh my God, that's crazy. Just look at those bruises, the injuries. Whew, Jesus. Man, if that was me, I'd be asking for every single penny of that $60,000 to cover those medical bills. This whole situation is horrific.
Mr. Crane, let me come over to you. I know it doesn't bring you any joy to see that, correct?
Of course not.
Talk to me about how your aerial service is typically executed and what went wrong on this day.
Well, Your Honor, what would happen on a normal Hoyer lift, which is what we call this.
A Hoyer lift?
That's correct. So there's two pulley systems. One was in the back of the church, sort of underneath the choir. And then there's a pulley system at the front of the church on either side of the altar.
Okay.
And those two pulleys on either side of the altar have an engine. And the idea is that the engine pulls the cable that Miss Jordan is attached to, and that sort of flies her towards her groom-to-be and the altar so that she can land with some dramatic effect.
And what went wrong on this day?
The dress got caught in the rear pulley, the one that is not attached to an engine, Your Honor, and that caused that pulley to stall.
Okay.
And when that happens, the engines at the front of the church on either side of the altar increase torque.
Right.
Trying to pull the object forward. They're trying to compensate for whatever is stalling the cable.
Oof.
And as that torque increased at the front, the dress ripped in the back, and she was unfortunately propelled
And
through
she
the
went
stained
flying.
That's correct.
Literally went flying through the church glass window.
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you think? Well, because were you on site?
I was on site, Your Honor.
My God, you must have been horrified as well.
Absolutely, yes. And I visited Miss Jordan in the hospital.
Is that true, Miss Jordan?
He did visit me in the hospital.
Okay. Okay.
I have apologized to her profusely. She did sign a liability waiver.
You have that in evidence today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please give your whole folder of evidence to Elijah. Oh my God, this is just tragic on every level. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, as you can probably imagine, there's some level of risk involved in aerial effects of any type. It is not normal for a non-professional acrobat to request our services. We made that clear to Miss Jordan.
Okay.
She understood the risks. She signed a liability waiver.
Yep.
And so in our view, we're not civilly liable for damages. Now,
Beyond the medical.
yes, Your Honor, we paid the medical out of my own pocket, the
I see.
$60,000.
I do see there's several things that you did sign to, Miss Jordan.
Yes, they did let me know they had worked with churches and unprofessional people before, so it was
I
not
understand
only-
that, but I'm going through I have to go through the document that you signed, ma'am.
Hold up. Now wait a minute. So this man already paid $60,000 out of his own pocket for her medical bills, and now she's suing him over the cost of the wedding too? Now I ain't gonna lie, that's got me thinking. And didn't they already explain to her that she wasn't a professional acrobat? So she knew there were risks before she agreed to do it. Man, these details got me looking at this case a little different now. What do y'all think? Knowing all that, do y'all think the judge is still gonna rule in favor of the plaintiff? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I'll be down there reading and replying.
It says that you agree that you have been shown the equipment. It says that you agree that they cannot guarantee a completely risk-free experience. So you understood that there was some real risk here that you were assuming, because that's what this signature means.
Yeah, so I did realize that you signed that, and I did sign that. However, with their track record, this never happened before, so I did not expect.
Hold on a second. Number 4, the client accepts personal responsibility, that would be you as the client, ma'am, of any unexpected changes in speed, and the client agrees to not hold Crane Aerial or its owner liable for injuries caused by unforeseen circumstances or equipment beyond normal operation. This is a lot of risk that's on this page that I just read out loud to this courtroom. And you say by signing it that you understand you're taking massive risk here, ma'am. Do you feel like these were worth the risk?
I did not expect this type of situation.
You know what that sounds a lot like? And I have such sympathy and compassion for you, Ms. Jordan, but when I hear you say that, it sounds a lot like I didn't believe that the risk was real. All right, let's see. It does say $60,000 was paid to at least cover the medicals, ma'am, because otherwise than that, you might, $60,000 will bankrupt most people. So that was covered, Mr. Crane. is acknowledge that. And then last but not least, looks like you were refunded the charges for the service. Is that right, Mr. Crane?
Yes, Your Honor.
$3,000.
That's correct.
Okay, I'm ready to make a ruling here. I am actually very jarred by this. Honestly, y'all, still wrapping my head around what I have seen today. But, Miss Jordan, we got to weigh that risk with what the potential consequences and outcomes could be. And it just ended in the absolute worst possible way. And the only silver lining is that you're still with us today to be in this courtroom, quite frankly, young lady. Therefore, I'm gonna actually rule in favor of the defendant because I believe that this man is sincerely sorry for what happened to you. I believe he covered your medical expenses. I believe he gave you a refund even for his services. But I also believe that he explained to you in writing and I believe verbally that you were assuming enormous risk of epic proportion. Therefore, the court cannot give you damages on top of what has already been provided to you. I hope that you have a beautiful wedding now that it has been rescheduled. It's important that we prioritize safety and not take on too much risk than we can afford, okay? That's my ruling. Plaintiff's case is dismissed.
Judge Ebony has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
Leave acrobatics to the professionals.
Any final thoughts?
Doesn't really seem like he's sorry there.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie. When this case first started, I was 100% on the plaintiff's side. But now that we got the whole story, I actually think the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Shoot, I even think that $60,000 he already paid for those medical bills was more than fair, especially now that we explained all the risks beforehand and she still decided to go through with it. But that's just my opinion. Now I wanna hear from y'all. Do y'all think the judge got it right, or do you think there's something she missed? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I'll be down there reading and replying.